Hello and welcome back to this channel. In this video, I'm going to give you a few summer movie recommendations. I know it's pretty late in the summer. At least when I'm making this video, it might not be for you while you're watching this, but I'm gonna give you some like old Hollywood vintage summer movie recommendations while I alter some clothing that I have. So I've got two shirts. This one, which it's hard to see. It's this pretty blue and white striped shirt. It's got 5 buttons, but it ends very low. So I'm wanting to add another button, but I had to find 6 buttons that would all match. So I'm gonna have to replace the existing buttons, and I found some that look pretty similar to the original, like clear, I have a blister on my finger, clear small buttons, 6 of those. And then this is what the original ones look like. I know it's hard to see, but they look very similar. And then I have this other shirt that I made, well, I didn't make it. I thrifted it and then I cut the sleeves off because they were uncomfortable. And now I really want to add darts to it, but these pockets are in the way, so I'm gonna have to remove the pockets, sew the darts, and then put the pockets back on if I want them. Because I don't know if I'll want them on there after I have the darts on, but we'll see. And then I have this little bear whose eye has been missing forever. I remember when I was little, we would always try and replace it, but it would just always fall off. No matter how hard we tried, poor little bear, his eyeball kept falling out. And I can't find a good match for this, so I just found some new buttons. I can't decide which ones though that I want to use. Oh, I guess those aren't mounted. Well, never mind. I have decided. These are the buttons that I had. I'm sorry if this blister is grossing you out. So that's what I will be doing while I give you some movie recommendations. So first I'm gonna start off with this shirt. I've got a list here of some really great movies that I have seen. So the first movie on this list is Bye Bye Birdie. It stars Janet Leigh, Dick Van Dyke, Anne Margaret, and Bobby Rydell. It's based off of when Elvis got drafted for the war. There's this really famous singer, and all the girls love him so much. And he gets drafted into the war, and all the teenage girls are so sad. His name is something Birdie. So that's why it's called Bye Bye Birdie. These two people, one of them is a songwriter for this singer, and they decide to write a song for him as like a going away song, and they pick a random teenage girl to give him a goodbye kiss. And it's super dramatic because this girl just got a boyfriend. Oh, and it's a musical. It's quite good. Highly recommend watching that one. Okay, I have taken all these buttons off and now I'm gonna put new ones on while I tell you about my next movie. Roman Holiday. This stars Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck, and it is about a princess who is visiting Rome, and she gets sick of being a princess and she runs away, and it's like her little adventure. She meets this guy who writes for the newspaper, and he wants to write an article about the princess, but he doesn't know that she ran away. And then she meets him while she's running away, and then he finds out she's a princess. It's this whole thing, but it's just like her adventure, and they become really good friends, and it's very funny. It's a funny movie. There's some action in it, and it's very cozy. It's in black and white, and it has the most wonderful costumes designed by Edith Head. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. So if you have not seen Roman Holiday, drop everything and watch it right now. The next movie is Gidget. I think there are a couple Gidget movies, but I've only seen the first one, so that's the one I'm gonna recommend. It's about this girl who's 16 years old, and she is not really into like finding a man. She's a little quirky, but at the beginning of the movie, she and her friends go on what they call a manhunt. It's really funny. And they're at the beach, and she almost drowns, but this guy saves her, and he's part of this surfing posse. So she befriends all these men, these surfer dudes, and they teach her how to surf, and it's kind of funny. But like, they're all older than her, and then she falls in love with one who's, I don't know the age gap actually, but he just looks older. But then she pretends to be in love with the like main leader of the surfing group, who's like way older, and so it's weird. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. It wasn't my favorite, but still, it's very summery and it's funny. It's a good movie. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that. It like all takes place on the beach. Mostly. Alright, it is day 2 and I've sort of finished this shirt. I couldn't figure out how to do the buttonhole, but other than that, it's done. So I'm just gonna finish it completely later and start on this shirt. But first, I was editing this video and I realized that my backdrop is a little bit depressing. Actually, I don't know. This this is fine, but like it's bothering me. The rest of it is. So I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay, so now this wall is a little more colorful. I might change it up a bit because I don't know if that looks very professional, but I'm happy with it for now. So it's time to continue on with the real reason we're here, and that is to seam rip pockets. Movie number 4 on our list is South Pacific, starring Mitzi Gaynor, Rossano Brazzi, and John Kerr. The first time I watched this was over winter break. I remember sitting in my living room with my mom and my friend, and we had hot chocolate, but I kind of associate this movie with Christmas time, but that's why. It's not a Christmas movie at all. It's like Gidget, where they're always on the beach. It's about... what is it about? There's these soldiers posted on an island in the South Pacific during World War II, and this nurse is working there, and she falls in love with one of the guys. He looks a little old for her. And then there's this other guy who's a lieutenant, and he falls in love with a 13-year-old or something. I don't know. I don't actually remember what it's about, but yeah, it's very similar to Gidget in the sense that it takes place on a beach and there are startling age gaps. But great songs. I recommend watching it in the dead of winter with a cup of hot chocolate, just for kicks. Alright, I have finished adding darts to this shirt. You can't really, it's hard to see because the fabric's so dark, but I love it a lot more. It's much more flattering. So that's done, and now it's time to work on Mr. Bear while I tell you about one final movie. That is Swiss Family Robinson, starring John Mills, Dorothy McGuire, James MacArthur, Tommy Kirk, Kevin Corcoran, and Janet Monroe. You've probably seen this movie. It's like classic. But I'm gonna talk about this movie as if you haven't seen it before. So it's about this family who is traveling on a ship. I don't remember where they were trying to get to, but they were traveling to another place by boat. And they get shipwrecked. And they end up on this island.
How do you like to spend?
And it's basically just them making their new home, starting over in this strange island. They're trying to figure out where exactly in the world they are and all this stuff, and there are pirates. It's really quite wonderful. It's not the most summery movie, but they are on an island, so it counts. And an ocean. And I believe there are coconuts. Alright, so those are all the movie recommendations I have for you. I have finished fixing things. My shirts fit me. Mr. Bear can see. My wall is colorful. I'll find a place to put this thing that used to be up there because I do like it. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have seen these movies and really like them, please let me know. And I plan to do other videos like this. So if you have any recommendations for me to recommend, any movies that I missed that you would like to see me recommend, please tell me about them and I will see what I can do. Oh, and also, if you have any advice for how I should fix this, I don't know if it looks good or not. I like it. It's definitely good for now, but I feel like part of me is satisfied with it and the other half of me feels like it would probably send a professional interior designer into a coma. So if you have any advice for this, I would love to hear it. So that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, Mr. Parson, stand by, for I got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you.